Let's be real, Tyla didn't just blow up overnight for no reason. Behind those viral hits and smooth vocals, there's actual talent, hustle, and yes, songwriting. She's not just singing, she's shaping her own sound. So, let's break down the brains behind her bops and who's really writing the magic. Now let's rewind to the track that made the world stop and ask, wait, who is this girl? Yeah, we're talking about Water. That song didn't just chart, it flooded the internet. TikTok couldn't breathe without someone doing that dance. And radio stations? They were spinning it like it was the only song left on earth. But here's the thing, Water wasn't some factory-made hit, handed to her on a platter. Nope, she co-wrote it, and this is where it gets interesting. The credits for Water include Tyla herself, alongside some serious names like Sammy Soso, Ryo, Jack LaMastro, Olmo Zuka, Ari PenSmith, Believe, Mocha Bands, and the legendary Tricky Stewart. If that lineup sounds like an Avengers squad of songwriters and producers, it kind of is. So what makes Water stand out? It's catchy, yes. It's vibey, 100%. But the lyrics, they've got an attitude. Flirty, bold, with that subtle wink you didn't see coming. Make me sweat, make me hotter. Like, come on. That's not just a cute line. That's branding. That's confidence in a bottle. And it's pure Tyla. You can tell she didn't just sing those words. She meant them. That line walks the perfect line between playful and cheeky. And it became the song's whole identity. That kind of lyric doesn't just pop out of thin air. That comes from an artist who knows what she wants her sound to feel like.
I just love that it was a song about something mature, but if you didn't know, you didn't need to know. And no matter the age, no matter where you're from, you can vibe to it. With Water, I feel like it's the perfect way I incorporated it. I just remember recording it, and as soon as I finished, I fell in love. I couldn't stop playing it. I played it for my whole family, all my friends, and they were obsessed. And I just had such a good feeling about it. So I'm happy that it's doing what it's doing.
Now let's zoom out from Water for a sec, because there's more to Tyla's pen game than just one viral banger. Her whole debut album is dripping with personality. Each song feels intentional, not just because it sounds good, that's a given, but because it feels lived in. You can tell these aren't just random words she's singing. They're part of her story. Take On and On, for example. That track is moody and mellow, but the lyrics, so real, so relatable. It's like reading a diary entry that's been turned into a sultry, slow jam. And yes, Tyla had a hand in writing that too. Again, she's not in the studio just nodding along while others write her life for her. She's writing with them, collaborating, building, tweaking, making sure the final product sounds like her and feels like her.
Maybe 12, 13, I started writing songs and singing it for my family and posting it,
Was the family always supportive?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about To Last. Whew, this one hits different. It's one of Tyla's earliest songs. And guess what? She wrote it during a super emotional time, but not even for herself. Nope, she wrote it for her best friend, who was going through a messy breakup. Full-on heartbroken, can't eat, can't sleep kind of breakup. And Tyla, she did what real ones do. She channeled all that pain into music.
So let's talk about To Last. It sounds like you were in your bag when you wrote that record, because it had me in my bag while listening to it. What was happening when you wrote that?
So a lot of people think it was a personal experience.
That's what it sounds like.
It does, but it was a very close friend of mine at the time was going through something and opening up to me. So when I was making music, we had a writing camp.
Okay.
And I was making music, and it was around the same time where I was helping my friend through
her situation.
Yeah, and just when I heard the beats, it just felt right at that moment, and I just wrote as if I was in her shoes.
She literally stepped into her friend's shoes, emotionally, mentally, the whole deal, and poured it all into To Last. It wasn't her heartbreak, but she felt it like it was. And that's what makes Tyla such a powerful songwriter. She's empathetic, observant, and ridiculously good at capturing emotions that aren't even hers. To Last is soft, vulnerable, and real. And you can feel that honesty in every lyric. It's like she bottled up her bestie's tears and turned them into a beautiful melody. I mean, who does that? Tyla. Now let's talk about her collaborators for a moment, because Tyla's smart. She surrounds herself with top-tier writers and producers, not to hide behind them, but to build with them. Sammy Soso isn't just a one-hit wonder. He's known for crafting smooth Afrobeat-infused tracks that can dominate charts. And Tyla clicked with that vibe perfectly. Then there's Ari PenSmith, who's worked with the likes of Beyoncé. You don't get to be in rooms like that unless your pen is sharp and your instincts are sharper. What's even more impressive is that she's this involved, this early in her career. Most artists her age, or in their debut era, are still finding their voice. Tyla's not just finding hers, she's already using it, shaping it, amplifying it. She's in control of her narrative, which in today's industry, that's gold. Now let's take a second to talk about Tricky Stewart. The man's a heavyweight. He's written for Rihanna, Beyoncé, and Mariah Carey. And now he's in Tyla's corner, co-writing on Water and helping shape her sound. That's not an accident. That's a sign. People in the industry see what Tyla's capable of. They're not just handing her songs, they're creating with her. Big difference. And here's something cool. Tyla doesn't just write songs for the sake of it. She's building a sound, a brand.
When someone would play me a beat, it has to grab me in order for me to even want to work on it. But usually I love listening to the beats and just singing random things, whatever comes to me, and then listening back and choosing what feels the best. That's usually how I like approaching. And then after the words, just pick
a whole vibe that fuses amapiano with pop, R&B with Afrofusion. That combo isn't easy. A lot of people try it, and it ends up sounding like a mess. But Tyla, she makes it flow. That's because she's not just lending her voice, she's part of the creative engine. She knows what works for her vibe, and she brings that into every writing session. Take Truth or Dare, for example. At first listen, it sounds like a catchy, light-hearted bop, but listen closer. It's about trust, games, and all the chaos that comes with young love. And yup, Tyla co-wrote that one too, alongside Sammy Soso, Tricky Stewart, and others. Her fingerprints are all over it. The same goes for Butterflies. That track feels soft, dreamy, hypnotic, but the lyrics, honest and real, without crossing into cheesy territory. It's romantic, but not cringe. That balance is tough to nail. And once again, Tyla helped craft it. She's listed as a co-writer, proving she's not just a pretty fae with a great voice. She's got a pen, and she knows how to use it. And then there's Believe and Mocha Bands. These are producers and songwriters who understand rhythm and vibe in a way that can't be taught. Their touch on Tyla's songs adds depth. That bounce you feel in the beat, that's intentional. That build up before the hook hits, designed. It's all part of the process. And Tyla's right in the mix, offering her input, making sure it aligns with the story she's telling. So when people ask, does Tyla write her own songs? The answer is a loud, confident yes. And it's not just about scribbling down lyrics. She's shaping the entire vision. Tyla writes with purpose, crafting songs that reflect who she is and where she's going. She's not just a voice on a track. She's the mind behind it, the vibe, the heartbeat. Every melody, every word, every beat has her fingerprint on it. This isn't some ghostwriter-driven career. This is Tyla building her own legacy, brick by brick, hit by hit. That's not manufactured. That's what real artistry looks like. And let's be honest, being a young, black, South African woman in pop music right now, that's powerful. She's bringing a new sound, a new perspective, and a whole new flavor to the scene. And doing it with authenticity, that's the key. Authenticity. She's not copying anyone. She's not trying to sound like the last big thing. She's building her thing. At the end of the day, whether it's Water, On and On, Truth or Dare, or anything she drops next, you can bet that Tyla's not just in the video, she's in the writing room too. That's why her songs feel so real, so specific. So Tyla, you're not just listening to music that was made for her. You're listening to music that was made by her. And that's what makes her a star. And that's the tea on Tyla. The girl's not just a performer, she's a pen game powerhouse too. Whether she's vibing with her team in the studio or putting her own magic into the lyrics, Tyla's definitely not just riding the wave. She is the wave. So if you're loving her music even more, now that you know the brains behind it, go ahead, hit that like button, drop a comment telling us your favorite Tyla lyric, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the artists you love. Now here's the real question. If you could co-write a song with Tyla, what would you name it? Let us know below.